In this video, we're going to talk about compatible materials. The fourth principle of hygienic design on the farm is compatible materials. We want to make sure the materials that we're using are compatible with the product being handled, but also with the cleaning and sanitization processes we're using. So this could include making sure that it's compatible with the product, the water, the cleaners, the detergents, the sanitizers, even the tools that we're using to do our cleaning. And some examples of typically compatible materials include stainless steels, coated materials, plastics, and even concrete. This is an example of a destoner, or what we might call a barrel washer. It's designed to actually accumulate and get rid of stones that come in with root crops that are harvested using mechanical harvesters. And we can see that it's painted carbon steel, and probably looked a lot better the first day it came off the assembly line. But you can see it's showing its age, right? And so some of the paint has worn off. We can see some of the bare carbon steel is exposed and is starting to rust. And if you were to put this back into service and start using a modern detergent and applying a sanitizer for your deep cleans, this may require a fair bit of refurbishing before becoming a truly a piece of equipment that's truly ready for a routine cleaning and sanitizing procedure. Because of that carbon steel, we can see that rust is already showing and developing, and sanitizers and detergents are going to make that just worse. Here are some examples of some sinks and tubs and basins that illustrate some compatible material use. On the left-hand side, we see what's commonly referred to as a stock tank. Well, three stock tanks actually, that are made of a plastic that's durable. It's made for use in fields for watering livestock. And in this, so it's a smooth, cleanable surface. This grower really likes the light gray stock tanks because it's easier to see the bottom of the tank and know when it's time for a water change, and also to see when to see how clean you've gotten the basin. So they choose these light gray versions for that purpose. You can see that they come in different sizes. So this is I think the second dunk in a greens washing area. The first one is deeper on the far side for that initial dunk and to allow a little bit more sediment to fall out. In the upper right hand corner is a reused stainless steel cherry bin that is now being used for greens. So it's an initial dunk for greens coming in from the field, from a mechanical harvest, and it's stainless steel, and is a compatible material for routine and regular cleaning and sanitizing. In the bottom right corner is a very common piece of equipment on small, medium-sized diversified veg farms. It's a 3-bay sink that was rescued from a restaurant and repurposed for use in washing a variety of crops. And they have three bays available to them in that sink for doing that to separate each step. This is a stainless steel barrel washer that is an example of how compatible materials can be used for things that we don't always think about using stainless steel, for example. So this is the use of stainless steel in a barrel washer design. Again, you can see that there are tumblers built into this design along the length of them, and they have gaps in them that are large enough to get cleaning brushes in and under. You can see it has a nice access panel there in the upper photo as well. That access panel uses an even more interesting toolless design approach, which is called a keyway. So similar to if you've ever hung up a phone or an answering machine or something on the wall, and they have a sort of a keyway cut out in the back of them. So you put the screw in the wall, and the keyway is made so that it catches the head of the screw, and then you slide the thing down and it's locked in. So this access panel uses that same principle. This video has been about compatible materials and trying to find better materials that will last longer when in use with detergents, sanitizers, and even with repeated use for simply washing and contacting produce. In the next video, we'll talk about preventing contamination.